Hello, I'm Francis Seeley from Enfield Climate Action Forum, or EnCaf, and we're about to do a project looking at climate change and the impact that that has on public health, particularly in areas where there's a lot of deprivation and a lot of poverty, because climate change impacts on those areas a lot more. And we thought before we did a lot of other material on that, which we hope to do, we'll first of all look at what is climate change and how urgent climate change is. So let's start first by looking at this video. It's about 6 minutes that actually looks at climate change itself, what causes it, and what can be done about it. I think it's a video that was made by the United Nations. Let's watch it now.
Protests around the world, headlines about extreme weather events, scientists and public figures calling for action, and governments uniting in the search for solutions. Climate change is a global issue, and we must work together to save our world. But what exactly is climate change? Our planet's climate has changed throughout history, alternating between ice ages and warmer periods. Earth has been through at least 5 major ice ages, with the last one ending nearly 12,000 years ago. So if the climate has always changed, why is climate change such a big issue today? Since the start of the Industrial Revolution in 1760, Earth's average temperature has risen faster than ever before. This effect is known as global warming, and it's caused by the increase of greenhouse emissions from human activity. Greenhouse gases occur naturally on our planet, but human activities such as the burning of fossil fuels, agriculture, deforestation, and the decomposition of waste in landfills have increased the amount of greenhouse gases dramatically. Greenhouse gases act like a blanket around Earth, trapping the heat from the sun's rays. This is called the greenhouse effect. Thanks to this effect, Earth has just the right temperature for life to thrive on it, unlike other planets in our solar system. However, if the greenhouse effect becomes too strong, it starts to cause issues. The increased temperatures we are experiencing now are causing ice in the Arctic and Antarctica, as well as glaciers and snow around the world, to melt. The water created by the melting ice pours into the oceans, causing sea levels to rise. This puts small islands in danger of disappearing, especially those in the Pacific and Caribbean regions. Rising sea levels are also causing devastating floods in many countries like China, Indonesia, Philippines, Malaysia, and Thailand. These floods are not only a direct hazard to humans, but can also destroy crops and farms used to feed the population. Another effect of the rising temperatures is that oceans warm up and evaporate faster than normal, increasing the occurrence of severe storms and heavy rainfall. Global warming is making weather more extreme, bringing longer droughts and heat waves. The loss of soil moisture and the high temperatures during a drought increase the risk of wildfires too. The high temperatures both on land and in our oceans affect Earth's delicate ecosystems. Many animals are forced to migrate to other areas to survive, while others are losing their habitat and dying. So, can we do anything to stop the effects of climate change? Climate change has already reached a point that humanity has never experienced before. However, the future of our planet is in our hands. Communities must make smart choices and tackle this issue with environmentally friendly actions. Some solutions to limit global warming include switching from burning fossil fuels to renewable and greener energy sources like solar, hydroelectric, or wind energy. Reducing the emissions caused by industry and transportation by investing in greener technology. And limiting the deforestation of land and investing in more space-efficient forms of agriculture, like vertical farming. These are all big solutions, but there are also smaller things that you can easily do at home. For example, recycling, composting your organic waste, eating more veggies and fewer meat products, saving electricity, and buying things that last longer or can be reused. People around the world are working together to innovate, engineer, and develop solutions for the issue of climate change. Bhutan is the world's most carbon-negative country. Costa Rica has achieved 99% renewable energy. And China is now the world leader in wind power. Climate change is a global issue, and our future depends on the actions we take today. How is your community working towards a more sustainable future?
Okay, so we've seen what climate change is, and we've seen what we might be able to do about it. But there's also the question of urgency. The International Panel on Climate Change has said that the increase in temperature by the end of the century should be no more than 1.5 to 2 degrees. And if it goes above that, then the result could be catastrophic for many people in the globe. And so keeping it below that is essential. At the moment, it seems we're going above it, and that is serious. So let's end this video by just looking at a short video that Sky News did, which looks at what would happen if we went above 2 or 3 degrees, and it's quite serious and important to watch. So let's look at that video now.
If global temperatures rise by 2 degrees Celsius, the chances of avoiding a 3-degree increase are slim, and here's why. Warmer seas absorb less carbon dioxide, so more accumulates in the atmosphere. This adds to the global warming which caused the rising temperatures in the first place. Nowhere is affected more than the Amazon. Scientists say a 2-degree rise will kill off up to 40% of the rainforest. Huge amounts of carbon are stored in the soil, around double the amount already in the atmosphere. Warmer soil means dead vegetation rots more quickly and more carbon is released. At a 3-degree increase, plants stop absorbing CO2. Enough carbon builds in the atmosphere to raise temperatures another 1.5 degrees by 2100. The planet is tipped into runaway global warming. In this future, hurricanes are much stronger. Cities in Asia, Australia, and the southeast United States face destruction. As snow disappears from mountains, cities and farms around the world lose their rivers and reservoirs run dry. Saltwater creeps upstream and groundwater is poisoned. This tips food production into an irreversible decline. Grain yields decline by 10% for every degree above 30 degrees Celsius. As the land dries up, seas continue to rise. All low-lying areas suffer floods, and the Netherlands is torn apart by the North Sea. 3 million years ago, when temperatures were last in this range, there were no continental glaciers in the northern hemisphere. Trees grew in the Arctic, and sea levels were 25 meters higher.